that big truck, we got bulletproof glass now. Bitch, I turned up, I feel like I want a Grammy. I'm speaking Guapanese, I know he cannot understand me.
Hey, it's your boy Atomic coming at you guys with another Bullet Echo video, and today we're going to be covering what I think are the most important tips and tricks in Bullet Echo in order for you to become the best player that you can possibly be. Some of these tips are in game and some of them are out of game as well, but all of them will help you to win more games and to reach the highest part of the leaderboard that you can. So starting off, we're going to go with the very first tip, which is knowing your character abilities. I cannot stress this one enough. A lot of people just hop into video games and they just grab a random hero and start playing the game. You do not want to do that. All of these heroes in the game have specific abilities and passives and things like that, and you want to know what each and every single one of them do so that you can utilize that and give yourself the advantage that you need in these games. Otherwise, if you don't know what your character does, you are at a huge disadvantage, especially going up against people who know exactly what their hero does. And while we are on that topic, the next thing is to focus on leveling up just one hero. The nice thing about Bullet Echo is it allows you to look through each and every single one of the hero's abilities, and even if you have the specific ability at let's say level 2 or level 3, you can scroll all the way down to level 15 to see exactly what you will be getting yourself into. And the reason why that is very nice is you want to find the hero and the playstyle that you enjoy the most and then level up that one hero, because admittedly this game is pay to win. So if you're not focusing on just one hero, you're going to be in big trouble. Let's say you level up like 3, 4, 5 different heroes at the same time. You're going to have 5 mediocre heroes on the table instead of having one hero who is very, very good. So do your research. If you're brand new to the game, you're in luck. If you've been upgrading, several heroes at the same time, it's not too late, but unfortunately you could have used those resources a little bit better. So now is the time to choose that one hero that you like and level them up. So the next tip that I want to talk about is more of what you want to do at the very beginning of the game. If it's not obvious enough, the very first thing you want to do is find yourself some armor and some ammo. And the reason why I would even say ammo is the most important is because the pistol that you start off with in this game is absolutely trash. That's just the way the game is designed. If you run into somebody with that pistol, you better pray that they have a pistol as well so you have a chance to win that, because 10 out of 10 times if you run into someone who has already found ammo and they have their primary weapon out, you are going to be in big trouble. So find yourself that ammo and then find yourself the shield, because the shield, depending on the hero, sometimes even doubles down your health, and that's just a very good thing. If it takes twice as long to kill you because you have twice as much health, but what I mean by that is like health and shield combined, then you're going to be a harder target to kill. Now, what I want to stress about armor is remember where you find extra armor plates, because ammo, you can run through and collect as much ammo as you want, but you can only pick up one thing of armor at a time. And the reason why this is very important is after you get into your very first fight, you might even sneak up and kill them immediately, but if you take damage and let's say they break your armor, you don't want to continue the rest of the game without armor, because that puts you at a disadvantage, especially the people that you are running into have it. So if you remember where your armor plates were and you get into that first fight, you can just run back, replenish your armor, no harm, no foul. And also make sure you carry medkits. Medkits are very important as well, but do not pop them in the open. Try to back yourself into a corner near the edge of the map to pop it, otherwise you're just gonna be sitting there like a sitting duck. My next tip is, this one is interesting, alright? You want to avoid kills and play the edge of the map. And it depends on how good your heroes are. If you want to have fun running around killing people, then do go for that. But if your main goal is to try and win this game, and especially as you start to progress through the game, it's going to get harder and harder. You want to make sure that you avoid those kills and you play the edge of the map. Essentially, you're going to run into people naturally to pick up kills, but the reason why you want to avoid them is people can tell when you are in a fight from a long, deep, far away. So if they know where you're at, they're going to start looking around those areas, playing those angles, might even try to catch you off guard and things like that. So you want to avoid them and play the edge of the map. Playing the edge also allows you to find more ammo, more weapon upgrades, more shield, and things like that. And like I said, at the higher level of the game, you're going to run into other people playing the edge of the map. Everyone's going to play the edge as the zone pushes them in because they want to stay alive as long as possible. So either way, you're going to organically get into fights that way as well. And it's just honestly a tip that you want to start practicing now, because if you start running at everybody now, let's say your characters are very strong, my heroes, they're very strong, you can run at them all you want, but when you get to the higher ranks of the game and people are dogging on you because you're in the middle of the map, you're gonna wish you started playing those strategies early on. Which takes me to my next tip, which is to make sure you look around. There are a lot of people who play this game early on and they do not look around. This is a sneaky game where you can only see things in your field of vision, and you can see footsteps in this game as well, so you also want to make sure you are walking instead of just full sprinting all the time, because the more you sprint, the louder your hero is, the more people can see your footsteps on the map and they can catch you off guard. But you want to make sure you look around. Whenever you walk into the next building, you want to make sure you scan the entire area, left, right. You might even want to look at it twice, 3 times, because as soon as someone comes up, if you're not looking at them, you're literally going to die. There's nothing you can do about it. If someone catches you looking the wrong way with your pants down, you are always going to die. So make sure you scan the area as much as possible before moving into the next part of the map. And then my final tip is to play the zone at the very end of the game. Yes, the zone does do damage to you, but that shouldn't stop you from actually playing it. You can outplay so many opponents, because obviously the whole point of the game is the map goes smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, right? So if you are in the center of the map, that is not where you want to be, because everybody's going to predict you to be in the center. So if you're playing edge of zone, but you're in it, then you can pretty much tell exactly where your opponents are going to come from. So what I like to do is I will just dive straight into the zone and then look at the whole circle. And people, for the most part, are going to be trying to play the circle. They don't want to take damage, so they're staying in it. So then I get free shots on them. They have no idea where I'm coming from, and they are going to get destroyed. So don't be afraid of sitting in the storm for just a little bit. You obviously don't want to lose all your health. Keep track of your health. But sitting in the storm can help you win a lot of clutch 1v1s at the very end of the game. And of course, my favorite, these are a little bit side tips. My favorite characters or favorite heroes in this game are the ones that have invisibility. I just think invisibility is so good. I've been using, Stalker. In my previous video, I said he was the best hero in the game. Someone commented about Ghost, and I'm starting to feel Ghost might be the best hero in the game. Either way, they both have invisibility. It's so good at catching your opponents off guard. The fact that this game is already based on what you can see, and then now you can go invisible even into what they can't see, it's just such a huge advantage. But if you do want to use tanks, use your tanks, but I suggest using those characters or those heroes that have the invisibility. Either way, guys, I hope these tips helped you out. If I forgot anything, if there's anything else that you guys want to add to try and help people in the chat, or help people in the video, make sure you leave those comments down below so that we can all share, we can all get better at this game. And if there are a lot of those tips, then I'll go ahead and make a part 2 for these tips and tricks in Bullet Echo. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.